Hello, guten Morgen, everybody. It is day 33 of our Essence of Time challenge, where we just take 10 minutes a day to create. And I am just doing backgrounds in an upcycled photo/scrapbook album that I got at the thrift store. And as you see, I already put down some gesso on our page today. There was something in my brush, so I have a few darker streaks in there, but I'm okay with that. I have to keep reminding myself these are just backgrounds, which means I am going to go back later and add to the pages. What I add, I have no idea. When I go back, I have no idea. It'll just come to me. Some of these pages, I have already a mental idea in my head, kind of what I want to do to it, but a lot of them I don't. A lot of them I'm just throwing down some paint, trying out some new supplies, trying out new processes, that kind of thing. But anyway, so today I want to continue with some stencils. I do have a look in my head. I don't know if it'll come out the way I want it to, but you know, that's what we're here for. And like I always say, if you don't like it, paint over it. But I'm going to use words in this one. So I'm going to do like layered stencil words. And I'm going to try to do like monochromatic. So it'll just be one color, and my color is going to be this sage green, because I kind of wanted green, but not like a bright green. So I'm going to try this. Which, yeah, I don't know. We'll see as we go. We'll see as we go. All right, so let me start my 10 minutes. And then let's just put down some paint. And deciding maybe I should pause on drying time. What do you think? Is that cheating if I pause the timer and then dry and then start it again? I don't know. I feel like the drying time takes a lot of my 10 minutes away. But then again, that's why I'll just go over if I don't finish. If it warrants 2 days, then I'll do 2 days. But sometimes it's just a few more minutes I need, which doesn't require another day to finish it. Okay. This is a very runny paint too. It's not very thick, but that's okay. I don't care. Like I said, this is just a background. I shouldn't really worry too much about the details. I mean, you should, but not as much. So I'm just going to do this. And then I am going to go ahead and pause it, because I think I want to do 2 layers, possibly. All right, so I'm going to pause and dry. Let's try this out today and see if it helps me or not, or if I still go over 10 minutes. It's acrylic paint, so it dries pretty good, or pretty quick, sometimes too fast. Okay, put another layer down. Wow, I don't know if you guys can hear my stomach. It's already growling, and it's early. It shouldn't be growling this early. Ooh, what happened there? It's still been wet. See over here? That's what happens sometimes if you paint over it and it's still a little wet. You get this happening. I thought I dried it all the way, but I guess not. All right. All right, that's all right. We'll just leave it there. We'll leave it. No big deal. Actually, I was going to just add paint through the stencil, let me see if if we can do the resist instead. But I didn't put down any whatchamacallit, matte medium. Oh shoot, that's not good. Yeah, these are cheap stencil I got at the dollar store. They came in a pack. Got them like a few years ago, many years ago. That's kind of cool. You can hardly see what it says, but it says "Be awesome." Be awesome. Okay. All right. Well, that's all right. It's a little bit lighter than I wanted, but we'll go ahead and go with it. Let's put this down here. Because I was just going to paint a lighter version of this sage. See down here, it's not coming up, which I might still do because this might be a little too light. And plus my wipe is falling apart here, or it's fuzzing up, which I don't like. Yeah, it's sticking to the, either it's fuzzing up or it's cleaning stuff off of the, yeah, I don't like that. Okay, let's take that off first. Oh yeah, look, it's tearing up my paper. Okay, I'm gonna lay down another layer of paint. All right, I think this is acting like a gel plate, you know what I mean, where it dries and then you peel off the paint. So let's just add another layer of paint. Oh shoot, I'm sorry guys, I forgot to start the timer back. All right, so that flub was on free time. Oh goodness, Vera, I'm channeling Vera. All right, my bad, I didn't mean to do that. I did mean to start it, and then I'm going to pause it again to dry it. This time, try to make sure I dry it all the way. All right. Yeah, we still see some stuff in there. That's okay. That's okay. All right, let's pause it. A lot of little pieces of stuff in there from the paper. But that's okay. All right, so I'll go back to my original plan, which is to just paint through the stencil. What's weird is you think it's dry, like this looks like it might still be wet, and then when you go to dry it, it dries again. I guess that is dry. Okay, now let's try the stencil thing again, but we are going to start my timer. We are going to mix a lighter version of this paint, so I'm just going to do the paint with a tiny bit of vanilla maybe. Come on out of there. Not coming out. Okay, that's not good. Just a little drop. All right. And oh shoot, sponge. I forgot about my little dabber sponge, which I need to get another one. This one, it was in the water, so it's all wet now. See if I can get some of that moisture out of there. All right. Let's put a little bit of vanilla in there. Hopefully it's a little bit lighter. It looks like it may be, but is that enough to dab through here? Oh, wrong one. All right, let's see. I had this like that, right? Let's try to do this one first. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I need to make more, obviously, more paint. That wasn't enough. I think my sponge soaked up most of it. All right, let me make a little bit more. Oops, might have been too much. Too much vanilla. That's all right though. I wonder if I could just use my brush instead of the sponge. But these stencils are so cheap. Granted, I got them at the dollar store. So, what do we expect, right? Okay. Oh yeah, that looks pretty cool. All right, and then let's see. Let's put this up here. See if we can get a better look on this one. I'm gonna have to make more paint again. Maybe. Or maybe I just squish it really hard and get it in there. Yeah, might be okay. Okay. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, now let's do this one, and we need to make it a little darker. So now we're going to add a little bit, make our paint a little darker for the next layer of stencil. So I'm going to use, I'm adding olive to the sage to make it darker. Now you could use like blacks and whites to make your paint lighter and darker. That seems like the way to go, but I think this is going to be hard because I just want smile. I want the whole thing on there. It's hard to see if I even made it darker. It almost looks like it's the same color. Yeah, you can barely see it. I mean, you guys can barely see it because, well, maybe once it's dry, it'll be better. Let me see. I'm going to put it over here too. Should I just do that, or should I? I'll put beautiful down here. Well, you know what I should do is I only have a couple minutes left, guys, so I'm not going to finish, but we are going to keep going here. I just want beautiful. I don't want all these other words in there. So we'll do that to try to get that in there. All right, let me make some more paint. Oop, wrong one. Put more olive in the, oops. All right, well, that's going to be pretty dark. Let me lighten it up just a little bit more. Because I don't want it real dark. As you see, I just kind of want subtle changes. This one might come out darker than the smile, though, I think. Yeah, looks cool though. All right, and then we're going to use this one. Let me try it up a little bit. I almost feel like I need to do smile again, but I'm not going to. All right, we only have a minute. I'm going to go ahead and stop my timer or pause it. And now I'm just going to take these smaller words and put them around with even a darker color, just so that we can finish this up. So if you guys want to do something similar, you know what I'm doing here. So you start with a lighter version of your color, of your page color for the background stencil. Could be words. It could be, I think I wanted to do like botanical. The only issue with that is I didn't have a lot of leaves. Like I didn't have leaves stencils to do botanical. And on the botanical one, like if you were to do leaves, I would probably do the darker leaves in the back and then go work my way up to lighter leaves. But on the words, I like, I think this one, I might need to use a smaller brush to put the stencil paint on there. I thought I had another little brush. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try this one just because these words are smaller, and I don't care if some of the background of the other words come on there, but like I'll just stamp like that. Hopefully this is darker than the other one. If not, I will have to just add more olive to it. Let's see. Oh, it looks like it's the same color as this one. All right. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll just do it all in that, and I'll just outline it or something to make some of these stand out. I kind of want a darker color. Let's add a little bit more. Actually, I'll add a little bit of black to it, just a tiny bit. Gotta be careful because this black gesso takes over. All right. Yeah, it kind of took over real dark. Do I want to use it? Look how dark it is. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's pretty dark. You know what? I'm just going to use it. Okay, I'll leave that there. Let's do like a word. Let's do shine. And I'm going to do the sponge on that one. I just feel like. And if I were not doing 10 minutes, which I know I'm over right now, but I would take the time to tape up what you don't want. Like the part of the stencil you don't want, you can always put a piece of tape over there. But because this is just 10 minutes, and also I'm just trying to share like a technique with you guys as I learn it or as I'm doing it, because I've never done this before either. So I'm just trying to help, and we learn something together. All right, but I apologize that it's going over 10 minutes. Maybe I can speed up the film or whatever. But you get the point, right? Like that. And also what I did was I took, for my background, my first layer, I took the larger stencil. If you've noticed, I took the larger stencils. Let's see. I do want to put this one down here. And then the middle one, the middle layer or the second layer was a little bit smaller than the first layer. And then now the last layer of stenciling is smaller words. So that's a thing I did intentionally. just so you know. This is pretty cool. I like it. And I'm just, as you see, I'm just kind of haphazardly doing this. Most of them are kind of going that way because of the direction of the page, but I don't mind putting some like at an angle like this. Like I said, it's actually probably, if you have inks, see, I don't have permanent inks. I don't have a lot of those colors. If you have a lot of permanent ink, would probably be easier than using the paint. So you could do this with your permanent ink. In fact, I would recommend it. I'm going to go over the I Will Create in the darker color. At least it would be more sharp. You know, this is kind of crude looking. And I think that if you did a makeup brush with the permanent ink, it would be a lot crispier looking, a lot better. All right, there we go. I like that. Let's see. Let's put inspire here. Like I said, it's going into some of the other ones like that, but that's okay. I don't mind. I can always probably, let's see, clean that up if I do it fast enough. Kind of not. I guess I could just go over with paint too. But you guys get the idea, right? I think I'll stop here just because I don't want to take up too much of your time. But yeah, I like that. I like it a lot, actually. If we had, actually, you know, I do have some botanical I pulled out, but let's go ahead and put some leaves on there with this darker one just to use up paint. And add a little bit of different interest to it. Trying not to lay it on the wet paint, but it is what it is. That's pretty neat, huh? Actually, I like the addition of the leaves. I feel like I need one down here. Oops, careful. There we go. No, I didn't get the stem. Let's get the stem on there. Get in there. There we go. All right. Okay. I'm going to call that a day. I've taken up enough of you guys' time. All right. So I'm going to dry this up, take a picture, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tschüss.